of God, let's go to Proverbs chapter 16, verse 32 today. As you've already heard, we're talking about anger, but our topic is on spiritual warfare. And one of the big battles that many of us face is with our tempers. Now, I want you to know right now that today I'm going to be speaking only to visitors at the church, because I know that as soon as all about the church, everybody's really sweet and kind. Turn your neighbor and say, talk about me now. Nobody in this church needs a sermon on anger, I know. So let's study that today. It's a big battle that we all face. Join me in prayer as we start. Father, I think about those four men bringing their friend to Jesus. The house was full of people wanting to hear the word of God. There was an obstacle in the way. They took that friend up on the roof, they broke up the roof, and they let him down, Father. It makes me realize, Lord, that there are sometimes blockages to blessing. When they got their friend in front of Jesus, he was healed. And Lord, one of the great blockages is our temper. I pray that you would help us to remove that blockage. Show us how to tear down that blockage. And help us always to be overcomers in this battle that goes on within our own hearts and minds. Lord, we believe in your supernatural intervention. I pray, Lord, that you would intervene now to speak to our hearts your word of truth. Always keep this house a place of grace. Maximize your glory here as we turn our eyes to Jesus for the word this day. In his name, amen. How many of you like baseball? Raise your hands like baseball. How many went to see the Woodpeckers play this summer? All right, the rest of you, we'll have to buy you a ticket. It was a lot of fun. We had a good year of baseball this year in fact. I love some old baseball stories. One of the most interesting baseball story that I always thought was not true, but I found out it was, happened with Mickey Mantle. How many remember Mickey Mantle? How many remember Billy Martin, player and big manager of the New York Yankees? Billy Martin. Billy Martin and Mickey Mantle were friends. And in his book, number 1, Billy Martin writes about an incident he and Mickey had one day when he took Mickey out in the country hunting. Billy said, I had an old friend, farmer, and he said, this farmer would let me hunt on his property. So he took Mickey out to hunt, and he stopped the car in front of the house, said, let me go in and ask him if we can hunt on the land. I didn't call him to let him know we were coming. So Mickey waited in the car while Billy went in to ask to hunt. The old farmer said, sure, you can hunt on my farm, that's no problem, but I want you to do something first. He said, I have a dearly beloved mule in the barn. He's gone blind. He said, I can't make myself put it down. Would you go out there and put it down for me before you go hunting? Billy said, sure I will. But Billy has a devious mind. As he between that house and the car, he decided he would pull a trick on Mickey Mantle. So when he got to the car, he got in the car and said, you're not going to believe this. He's not going to let us hunt. I'm going to get my gun and go to that barn and shoot his favorite mule. Mickey Mantle was stunned and he didn't know what to do. And Billy grabbed his rifle, went in the barn, and he shot the mule. He said he was standing there chuckling a little bit when he heard 2 more shots from outside. He said, I ran outside, and there was Mickey Mantle with a rifle. He said, you shot his mule, I shot his cow. Let's go. Now, he writes that for a true story. Let's learn a lesson here today. Fake news that generates anger has no good end. You know that? I had to say that. Billy Martin told us some fake news, didn't he? And anger always results in trouble. He pretended to be angry and look at the trouble that it caused. Nothing good happens with anger. Anger creates disunity, not unity. Anger destroys rational thinking. Have you ever heard somebody say, I'm so mad I can't think straight? I heard somebody say one time, I'm so think I can't mad straight. It destroys rational thinking. It eats up constructive energy, solutions. It blinds us to ourselves. It destroys our worship. It hurts our witness. Many times anger will lead to sin if you let it control you. Now listen to this. I believe that for every Christian, instead of getting good and mad, we need to learn how to be good when we're mad. Let me say that again. As believers in Jesus Christ, instead of getting good and mad, we need to learn how to be good when we're mad. See, Jesus was mad. Back Mark chapter 4, guy with the withered hand. You wanted to heal that guy. And everybody was mad at him for to heal him. He got angry. Told him to stretch out his hand. He was angry in cleansing the temple. Moses got mad. He was angry. He came down from the mountain with the 10 Commandments. It's carved in stone, seeing the children of Israel will sin. He threw those stones down and broke them. The only man to break all 10 Commandments at one time. He was angry. Paul got angry at John Mark because he left him to the work. Cain got angry at his brother and he killed him. King Saul got married at his son and he cursed him. He got mad at David, threw a spear at him. I believe that anger is the infectious disease of our time. People get mad at ball games. My wife says, don't blow your horn at that driver up there. I'm afraid they'll shoot us. We get mad. Listen to a political debate sometimes. How can these people that are so mad, what if they're going to come up with some constructive solutions instead of just being angry for 3 hours? All they got's anger. That's all you got. You don't have anything. People, we need to understand. You know, I want to say to angry people sometimes, if you're so angry, if you're right, why are you angry? You see, if you're right, you shouldn't be angry. I'm a conservative, Bible-believing Baptist, but I'm not mad about it. There's a lot of people believe the Bible and they act like they're bad. I said, wait a minute, if you believe the Bible, you ought to be the happiest person on the block. Praise God, I know Jesus. When you get angry, listen to this. Think about anger for a moment. When you get angry or you're offended, you are giving someone else or something else power over you. You're letting this thing have power over your thinking, over your emotions, instead of letting God. Jesus said this, my peace I leave with you. Well, you can't tell it by some Baptist faces. Think about this. Anger is arrogance. Anger is arrogance. Anger is when you say, I'm not getting my way. I'm not happy the way things are going. I don't like what's going on. Well, who God left you in charge? We need to learn how to control our anger. One of the craziest stories of anger I ever read was Steve Rand of Westminster, California. Steve Rand of Westminster, California, got married and had cockroaches in his house. He got so mad he put 21 bug bombs in his house. Closed the door and he forgot to turn out the pilot light in the stove. He said he blew the screen door all the way across the street. It cost me $10,000 to remake that house inside, all because of anger. Now look at this text. Solomon is writing his son. And he says in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 32, listen to this one. He who is slow to anger is better than the mighty. He who rules his spirit than he who takes a city. Now write down 2 Corinthians 4, 8 through 10. Paul in 2 Corinthians telling his own heart, talks about his life experience. Paul was beaten with 39 stripes 9 times. Excuse me, 4 times. But look at what he says. We are hard pressed on every side, but I'm not crushed. We're perplexed, but I'm not despairing. I'm persecuted, but I'm not forsaken. I'm struck down, but I'm not destroyed. Because I'm always carrying about in my body the dying of the Lord Jesus, that the life of Jesus may be manifested in our body. In other words, I don't let that stuff get to me. No matter what hits me, I'm in control of my spirit instead of letting something else control my spirit. And that is the spiritual battle which we fight. Some of you say, well, Pastor, how do I win this spiritual battle? I want to give you today 7 things I want you to write down. And remember, in dealing with anger, 7 keys to dealing with anger. First of all, if you're going to keep anger from controlling your life, first thing you need to do is pray up. You need to be prayed up. Jesus prayed on the cross. If he had, he could have called 10,000 angels. But look at what he prayed. He prayed 3 times that we know of on the cross. He said, Father, why have you forsaken me? Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And the most important one for you is, into thy hands I commit my spirit. And that's exactly why we are angry, because our spirit is that we put our spirit in someone else's hands or in a situation's hand and not in his. You need to pray that. I think I told you before, I told you a story about the sandwiches. Brenda and I were going to work one morning. We worked in the factory, just got married, been married a couple of weeks. Got in an argument. Yes, we did argue. Got into work, she got so mad, she reached down, picked up my lunch, and threw it out the window. I picked up her lunch and threw it out the other window. And we had to go out and eat that lunch that day, because we didn't have any lunch to eat. We both were on the street. We still laugh about that today. Anger cost us both. We learned a lesson that day about anger. First thing you need to do is, when you're angry, stop and pray. Reset your spirit. You see, an offended heart is the breeding ground of deception. Satan uses an angry heart to sow his seeds. How many of you have been angry and you start thinking things you shouldn't be thinking? Satan starts sowing your anger. He's sowing seeds, folks. He's trying to sow his best. Prayer is when you reset your spirit. So when you're angry, you need to pray. By the way, I'll go into the illustration. If I had a cup of coffee, suppose I had a cup of coffee, and I was walking along and I bumped into you and spilled it on you. What did I spill on you? You say, well, Pastor, you spilled coffee on me. Yes. What was in the cup is what I spilled. As you go through life, life's going to give you bumps. And when life bumps you, you're able to see what's in your spirit comes out. So you need to make sure what's in your spirit is of Christ. That's what needs to be coming out. You need to pray up. Second of all, ladies, you're going like this. Shut up. Turn to your husband and say, he's talking to you now. Now, Pastor, you shouldn't say shut up in church. Well, you need to say it to yourself. Somebody said this: if you speak out of anger, you will soon make the best speech you'll ever regret. How many of you ever said something out of anger and regret? Boy, I have. Woo. You make the best speech you'll ever regret, don't you? Listen. I made this up. I love it. The quicker you shut up, the easier it is to make up. Now put that on the refrigerator. The quicker you shut up, the more bad seeds you won't be sowing, and the easier it's going to be to make up when it's all over with. Jesus, the Bible says, was silent before his accusers. He went as a lamb to the slaughter. He was silent. When they brought the woman and threw her at his feet. And Jesus began to write in the dirt. He paused to think. I thought he was writing down the cell phone numbers of those Pharisees' girlfriends. That's probably what he was writing. So listen. Pause. You need to, before you speak, you need to stop and think instead of letting what you feel be displayed in response. I love that story. You probably heard the old story that Valerie Cox used to tell, the cookie thief. Valerie Cox used to tell that story about, she said she was on a plane, getting ready to go on a plane, and waiting for the plane to take off. She said, I was engrossed in a book, decided I want some cookies. She said, I went over to the little kiosk there and bought a bag of cookies, brought them back, sat down, still engrossed in that book. And she said, I looked up and there was a man sitting across from me, and he had reached over and grabbed one of those cookies and was eating. She said, I was so mad. She said, I looked at him and I said, I grabbed a cookie and ate it. And he grabbed one and ate it. And went back and forth. I grabbed one, he grabbed one. Finally, said, there's one cookie left. So that man grabbed that last cookie and broke it, handed it to me, got up and walked off. She said, I was so mad. She said, I got up and called my flight, got on the plane, opened my pocketbook, and there was a bag of cookies I bought. She said, what do you think? I couldn't apologize. It was too late. Because sometimes we need to pause and think about what we're saying, think about what we're doing, and think about what's going on. Amen? Amen. We used to be quiet for a little while. So maybe you need to say to your spouse, let's have some time out time. Amen? Let's have some time out time. Here's the third thing. You need to own up. When we're angry, we need to own up. As I said in the mountains, fess up. Y'all know what fess up means? We need to man up. Sometimes we just need to say, I was wrong. Now, there are some Baptists that think they've got the spiritual gift of always being right. Anybody married one of them? One lady said, I married Mr. Right. I just didn't know his first name was always. So sometimes we got to think, anytime you're mad, you need to think, where am I wrong? Because by being mad, you're wrong right there. The first step is to own up. John Maxwell says, a person must be big enough to admit his mistakes, smart enough to profit from them, strong enough to correct them. How have I contributed to this problem? How can I contribute to the solution? Own up. This isn't right. Stop. I hit the stop button. Just own up. Third, that's third, own up. Number 4, give up. This is the big one. Probably the biggest one is to give up. Give up all of your rights to be mad. You see, when we're mad, we think we have a right to be mad. You've heard me. Now I have a right to feel this way. I want to tell you about a man by the name of Jesus who did not sin. He had a right to call 10,000 angels as he's hung upon that cross. But Jesus did not exercise his right. He died for our sins on that cross. He was focused on bringing out good results rather than his right. Do I have a right to be angry? Yes. Well, give up those rights. You don't need to claim all your rights. And you need to give up your right. When somebody apologizes, you have, listen, somebody apologizes, you do not have a right to be angry anymore. When they're held accountable for what they've done, you don't have a right to be mad anymore. And even when you've got good reasons to be mad, the best thing you can do is say, I'm not going to be focused on my rights and myself. I'm going to be focused on how I can honor Jesus Christ. So you need to give up your rights. Number 5, you need to prepare. Set your mind in advance. See, many times anger is just a knee-jerk response to something that's happened. And before you get into a situation, you got to set your mind, make some rules up. I am not going to get mad. If there's a situation said he had a couple he was talking to, and the man said, we've got a rule in our house, and here's a good rule. He said, the rule in our house is that we are not going to go to bed angry. The Bible says, don't let the sun go down on your wrath and your anger. Well, listen, that's a good rule. Don't let the sun go down on your wrath and your anger. So this couple came up through, we're not going to go to bed mad. And he said to the pastor, we hadn't slept together in 11 years. Some people are just habitually angry. You ever notice that? You've got to gear up. Everybody here has something that hits your hot button. Today you've got to say, I choose. I choose to be like Christ. I choose to forgive. I choose to not do unto others as they've done to me. I choose. Here's the sixth thing. You got to stand up. When you're angry, you got to stand up and resolve in your own heart that you will not give anger a foothold and power over you. Stand up and start stating what the truth is about yourself. Some of you have heard of Dolly Parton. I love what Dolly Parton said. She says, I'm not offended by all the dumb blonde jokes because I know I'm not dumb and I know I'm not a real blonde. You got to stand up and say, wait a minute. Why am I letting this get to my spirit? Stand up against it. The Bible says, resist the devil and he will flee from you. You got to say no to it. Number 7 is clean up. You need to clean up the mess that you made. The children's sermon was just perfect on that. Once you crumple that paper, you can't uncrumple it. Listen, anger is a moment of lovelessness. And you've got to come back and say, I'm going to re-love you. And next time you're angry with your spouse, you better be committed to re-loving them. Because if you can't re-love them, your anger is going to rule that day in the future. Anger cannot thrive where love is. That's true right there. Anger will not thrive where love is. Therefore, anger is a lack of love, isn't it? Jesus was not angry on the cross because he was the love of God embodied on Calvary for us. If you've got anger get the best of you, you better find a way to show your love again. I love that story of a little boy. Dad said he was watching his son. And his son was quick to get angry and be mean to his friends. Dad said that he took his son out behind the barn, had a hammer and nails. He said, son, I want you to do something. I want you to go through your day and count the number of times that you get angry, and at the close of the day, I want you to drive a nail in this barn. Every time you got angry. First day, there was like 10 nails in the barn. Next day, there was 7 nails. Next day, there was 4 nails. And one day, the son said, Dad, I didn't have to drive any nails in the barn today. Didn't get angry. He said, good. Now go pull one out for every day that you don't get angry. So the son began to work on his anger that way. After a while, it took about a year, he got all those nails out of that barn. Came in proudly and said, Dad, I've got all the nails out of the barn. He said, let's go look at it. Dad went and inspected that wall. He said, you notice all the nails are out, but what do you see, son? The holes are still there. If you stick a knife into somebody, Dad said, you can pull it out and say, I'm sorry, but the cut's still there. Folks, you've got to learn how to clean up your anger. Some of us need to do a lot of cleaning on our anger. One of the great spiritual battles, cleaning up our anger. You've got to replace it. You've got to do your best to make it right. But anger, if you think about it, it is a spiritual battle. But what spiritual battle is it? It's choosing another spirit rather than Christ's spirit. All rebellion, all battles are rebellion. The great preacher Charles Finney told the story that after he got saved, he said, I went into the woods to pray. He said, I went into these woods to pray the Lord's Prayer over and over until I got it in my heart. And he said, I got in those woods, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. He said, when I said those words, will be done. Suddenly, he said, do I mean that? Have I got rebellion in my heart? Listen to what he says. He paused and said he realized what a rebel he was. He was a polite, respectable, law-abiding, religious rebel. He really didn't mean how we would do it. And he broke down and began to cry. And soon after, he said, God filled me with His Spirit, and I walked out of those woods that day, being able to say, Thy will be done. He said, I put aside my rebellion and surrendered to the Spirit of Jesus Christ. Let me ask you this. What is your rebellion? What is it? Maybe you need to come to this altar and give it to God. Say, God, I've let things rule me that are not coming from heaven. And we need to pray what his prayer was, his last prayer on the cross. Into thy hands I commit my spirit. What were you angry over this week? What got your goat? By the way, I love word pictures. Y'all know what it means, I got your goat? How many know what got your goat means? Came out of Kentucky. Got your goat was, in horse racing term, to keep a horse calm before a race, they would put a goat in the stall at night. Did you know that? So the competitors, in order to get your horse all skittish and not ready for the race, would at night steal your goat. That's free. I don't charge off that at all. What gets you goat? What is it that you need to leave at the altar? Maybe you need to come to this altar and pledge to re-love somebody. I will work on re-loving somebody. Because I realize that I've wrinkled up some things in our relationship that I want to straighten out. Anger has been an indicator that I need to re-love somebody. Would you come and give your rebellion to the Lord? But first, maybe you're angry because you don't have the Prince of Peace in your heart. And he said, my peace I leave with you, but you only have that peace if you have him, the peacemaker in your heart. You can't make peace anywhere else, but first you make it with God. And that's why Jesus died on that cross. That's why he rose again. That's what he died to do, is to give you peace. Let's ask him for it right now. Join me in prayer. Father in heaven, we all needed this word today. Because there are times when we don't have peace. We let politicians upset us. And it's just so they can get their way. We let drivers in front of us upset us. Because we think where we're going is more important. We let our spouse upset us because they're not doing what we want. Forgive us. And Lord, I pray right now that we're going to, as the people of God, give it all up to you. I pray for your spirit to rule our spirit. Not what everybody else is doing to us, of the situation that we don't like. But Lord, let me be ruled by the Spirit of Jesus Christ. Where there is rebellion, Lord, I lay it at the altar. Help me to re-love my loved ones. Help me to re-love you. And Lord, I pray for the peace of God that passes understanding to rule the hearts and minds of everybody in this church from now on. But if there's there's somebody here today that's never received your peace, I pray that maybe they will right now as I ask them. Are you here and you've never accepted Christ as Savior, followed into baptism? You need His peace in your heart. That's why you're in turmoil. Right here, you can have it today. You can just pray words like these. Almighty God, I realize there's a missing ingredient in my life. That's the peace of Jesus Christ. Come into my heart and bring that peace. I've been in rebellion against you for far too long. Right now, I repent of that rebellion and say, God, will be done. I'm giving my life to Jesus Christ. Understanding who He is, the Son of God, what He did, He died for my sins on that cross, rose again. And I make Him Lord of my heart. Lord, if you'll come into Lord of my heart, you'll be Lord of that which troubles me, and I'll have your peace. So today, for that peace, I give you my heart. Save me now. In Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. So we're going to have an invitation. And all the English people are going to come forward, right? Let me ask you a question. If somebody comes forward, how many people will laugh at them coming forward? Raise your hand if you're going to laugh at everybody coming forward. Everybody that comes forward today, if you'll celebrate their desire to just live in victory in Jesus Christ, raise your hand if you'll celebrate them coming forward. I will. It's okay. You come to this altar. I don't re-love. I don't redo. I want to ask for the peace of God to rule in my heart. You pray that prayer with Jesus now. Come shake my hand and say, Pastor, I'm giving my life to Christ today. You come. You want to join this church? Come now. Let's stand together. I'll be here to receive you.
Our hymn is hymn number 636. I Just Told You.